Let's see. 3:52 Kansas City time. So I guess what the game's been over about 30, 40 minutes around that time. Chiefs beat the Ravens 33-28. Uh, Trying to think of the stats. Mahomes 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Good day rushing the football, especially from Darrell Williams. He only had 62 yards, but he had some good key runs when necessary. LaShawn McCoy 54 yards on the ground. McCole Hardman 90 was it 97 yards, 97 yards, and a lot of it coming on an 83-yard touchdown second quarter. Uh, McCoy had a receiving touchdown. Demarcus Robinson had that incredible one-handed grab. Um, Defensively, nah, man. Lamar Jackson 267 yards. Uh, but Mark Ingram had the big day for the Ravens and a big day for my fantasy team. 16 carries, 103 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. Obviously, the story of the game to me was the Ravens missing 3 2-point attempts, and basically that's how they lost the game. That's how they lost the game. Jackson had two crazy throw it up Hail Mary type throws. I mean, you might not call it Hail Mary, but uh, just not a. I mean, I'm not impressed. I I'm not impressed, man. I'm not impressed at all. This game was so close. It was so close to for us to lose. I mean, we had control in the second quarter, scoring 23 points, had them down 23 to I think it was 23-6 at one point. Then we had them down 30-13, running away with the game. I mean, and again, in typical, this is not even Andy Reid in typical Chiefs fashion. I mean, because this has happened the 28 years I watched the Chiefs. This seems to happen all the time, where either the defense is playing good, but the offense can't score, and they end up letting the team come back, or the offense is playing good and the defense is playing good at first, but then they start to let teams back in at the end, and then they seem to find a way to either blow it or come close to blowing it. And today they came close to blowing this game, and this game was clearly too close for comfort at the end, and this game should have been a blowout. This game should not have been a blowout. This game should have been a blowout. I mean, and that's one of the things that's hurting the Chiefs, man. Having that killer instinct, putting their foot on teams' throats and just taking their hearts, taking their souls. You know, uh, like I said, the running game was better than it has been. I mean, obviously, I put a lot of that on Andy Reid. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, obviously, Reid hasn't had good rushing offenses, in his history. Maybe back in the early LaShawn McCoy days in Philly, but I mean, Andy Reid's about passing the ball. I mean, the short passing game, the screens and stuff. Those are his run. That's his run game. That's his run game. You know, when it comes to giving a running back the football late in games, I mean, for some reason, he's not as creative with as he is with the passing game. You know, he just gets real conservative late in games offensively. I mean, I like to see some jet sweeps and do all the stuff that you do in the beginning of the game to help you get the lead in the first place. I just don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not impressed with this game today. I mean, this game was too close to being another oh my gosh, what the hell happened? How did the Chiefs lose this game? I mean, I've seen way too many of these games before. You know, like I said, this is not even Andy Reid being the coach of the Chiefs. You know, games past. Obviously the big one that comes to mind is the playoff game against the Colts. I mean, obviously Andy Reid was coaching that game, but like I said, 28-point lead. Defense couldn't make stops. Offense gets stagnant, and they came back and won. The Colts came back and won. Andrew Luck, happy retirement, even though I don't think it's going to last long. But another one's again the Titans in the playoffs. When the Titans came back rushing the football, that's what this game reminded me of the Titans come back in the playoff game because they're running the ball effectively. Lamar Jackson's making throws when necessary. Mario's making throws when necessary. The only thing that was missing was Jackson throwing a pass and it's deflecting off a Chiefs defender into his arms and scoring a touchdown. That's the only thing that was missing. Quarterback completing a touchdown to himself, and the other team win the game. That was the only thing that was missing. And Frank Zombo running away from a quarterback block, but just not impressed by this. Man. We're not gonna be the good team. We're not gonna be New England like this. We're not gonna be New England at all like this, man. We gotta like I said, we gotta find a way to find a killer instinct. We cannot keep letting teams hang around. Like I said, and this is not Baltimore is a good team, but this happens against average teams. This has happened against average teams before. You know what I'm saying? Teams that had no business staying within 20 points of us. I mean, I understand this is the NFL and everybody's good, but the Chiefs, I mean, especially, me looking at it as a fan of theirs for, again, like 27, 28 years, we shoot ourselves in the foot a lot. We shoot ourselves in the foot way too much to be considered a good team. And that's why we've come up short in the past. And now that we have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, I mean, we gotta find ways. We gotta find ways to close games. We gotta find ways to close games. And people were like, put the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hands. I don't want that. I want to be able to give it to a back or even backs and run the ball down teams' throats and run the clock out. I mean, putting the ball in the air is too dangerous. If a pass is incomplete, that stops the clock. Or if a guy run out of bounds like Darwin Thompson did earlier in the game, which left time for the Ravens on their last touchdown drive. I mean, we just gotta find a killer instinct. I've lost some of my voice. I was yelling at the TV the whole damn game. Man, it's crazy. But I mean, a win is a win, but I'm not impressed by any sorts. I mean, again, just moral story, we got to find a killer instinct. Because teams like New England's going to beat us, I mean, we'll be wondering why if we get eliminated from the playoffs, we'll be wondering why we're not in the Super Bowl. And games like this are a perfect reason why. And of course, again, the offense, I'm talking about the defense, the offense, once again, having one big quarter, but then second half, we're stagnant. Didn't do anything in the first quarter. Once again, the second quarter, the Chiefs dominate offensively, but then don't do anything else the rest of the game. And again, that all comes with, Reed's play calling. You get conservative, you get a big lead, then Reed just seems to throw his hands up like, all right, we're good. We want to let the defense bring us home. It seemed like at times in the second half, Reed doesn't play to win. He doesn't call those calls that he calls in the first half, and he needs to do more of that. I don't know, but again, the win's a win, 3-0. What was that? Detroit next week. We'll see how it goes, but this is just not one to be in my opinion, not one to be happy about. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video, share this video, subscribe for more. I'll see y'all next time.